Hello, Wave Country. I'm John Ramsey, and welcome once again to Wave 3 Listens Live. It is a beautiful day, and that's what we're focusing on today, a more beautiful you. Welcome to the Physician Center for Beauty on Shelbyville Road in the Shelbyville Road Plaza. With me now is my co-host for today, and that's Dr. Sean McGuire. Dr. McGuire, I know we're getting closer to Derby. This time of year is very special for you and your family, isn't it?
We love Derby, and I love everything about Derby. I love going out to the track. I love parking, like seeing all the people, seeing everyone dressed up, the horses. It's just a great time of year. It's a special time of year. It makes Louisville really a special place.
Yeah, I've seen you at Churchill Downs on Derby Day, and you represent us well. In fact, I'm going to tell my producer over the air, we're just going to go ahead and say it. I'm trying to get him to send me some pictures, or send us some pictures to put out, because you may be the best dressed man at the track.
I don't know about that. Certainly
representative of Derby. You've had some pretty wild outfits, Doc.
Well, it's a great opportunity to just kind of show off, you know, the best of fashion, both for men and women. It's just a lot of fun, and this is a really busy time for us here at Physician Center for Beauty. We have a lot of people coming in wanting to kind of get fixed up before the races, and there's some things that can be done in the short term with some pretty quick results that people like to do. Some of our aesthetic procedures, some of the injectable procedures that I do here, and then surgery is pretty popular during the spring and summer months as well. So we've got a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to be demonstrating some of the procedures that we do here. We're going to be talking first about bioidentical hormones. Our Peyote is our bioidentical hormone program that we've been doing now for quite some time. It's a long-term sustained release of hormones for those people that have gone through menopause or perimenopause or andropause for men. So we're going to be talking about that. It's kind of a unique procedure, and we've really seen some great results and really have changed a lot of people's lives. We're also going to be talking about something called the vampire facial, which is a term that's been tossed around. There's some confusion about that, and we're going to talk about what exactly that is. It's dermal needling, which is a procedure we've been doing for some time now with PRP, or what's called platelet-rich plasma. So we're going to be demonstrating that and explaining a little bit more about that. And then finally, we're going to be talking about Coolsculpting, which we've talked about before on this show, and we're going to be demonstrating a treatment that's a non-surgical fat reduction treatment that's done here in the office without surgery, without downtime.
All right, and in fact, what we're going to do, we'll put up all the information up on the screen, because some of the specials and events that you're about to see, they fill up very, very quickly. So I encourage you to be ready to call the Physician Center for Beauty to reserve your spot. We're going to bring in Marilyn Cannon, who is our skincare expert and also our hormone therapy expert as well, because she comes on the show quite a bit and talks about Bioidentical. She'll be doing that later in the show. But Marilyn, let's talk about some of these events and specials, because, as I said, take advantage of these. This is the time of year. It's spring. It's time for a new you. You might as well look as good as you feel, right?
You got that right. We've got a lot of specials and events coming up shortly. We've got a Juvederm special. Juvederm is one of our most popular dermal fillers that restore volume to the face as well as to the lips, to restore and give you a lift without surgery. So this is you can do this now and be ready for Derby. This is a special that's ending soon. It's ending this weekend. You purchase one syringe and you receive a free HA5 product by Skin Medica. You purchase 2 syringes, you're going to receive the product plus $100 worth of Botox for free. And there's no limit on this special, so you can go online and purchase your Juvederm. That's either Volbella, Voluma, or Juvederm XC. So if you're not sure what you need, you can come in and see me, or Dr. McGuire will be happy to advise you on that.
All right, and a little bit later in the show, you'll see this procedure, a vampire facial special as well.
Oh, yeah, vampire facial. This has become quickly one of our most popular procedures to transform the skin from photo damage. You have time to do a procedure to get ready for Derby. We are going to demonstrate this later, but we're offering $100 off a single treatment. And there's no limit on this special as well.
All right, and time for you to use Coolsculpting. This is the perfect time to reduce fat and tighten that skin up a little bit, right?
Yes, and Coolsculpting, of course, we can treat multiple areas on the body, but what we're going to be demonstrating today is really the chin area, that double chin. So we can actually reduce the fat non-surgically, permanently in that chin area to reduce the actually eliminate the double chin fat.
So if I look like I'm wearing a pink turtleneck, you can help me?
I can help you.
Thank you very much. All right, and you have a Dysport special. Now, if you would, Dysport, Botox, what's the difference and why Dysport maybe?
It's basically brands. It's like Coke versus Pepsi.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
so it's just a brand, but they're both basically neurotoxins that relax and smooth the lines and wrinkles in the forehead, between the brow, as well as the crow's feet around the eyes.
All right, next up, Bellafill event. Tell me about Bellafill.
Bellafill is one of my favorite long-term dermal fillers. This is a filler that has been listed in New Beauty and featured in New Beauty. There's an article on this filler. We're doing offering an event coming up, and that's going to be that's on the screen, I think, coming up. But anyway, we're offering 20% off a Bellafill kit. But Bellafill is a filler that I use and am very fond of. But it gives you an instant volumization in the face. It also gives you long-term collagen production so that the results are not only immediate, but they're long-lasting. In fact, for several years. Yes.
Perfect for derby. A lot of these procedures are perfect for derby. And Bioidentical event. We talk about, superficial and looking good on the outside, but feeling good on the inside is important here at Physician Center.
Well, yes, aging starts within, and hormones are the foundation of how well we age. And not only how we feel and also related to disease protection, but also our skin health is absolutely related to our estrogen production. And as we go through menopause and andropause, particularly for women losing estrogen, skin starts to thin. We start seeing lines and wrinkles, more laxity. So when you restore the hormones, we're actually improving and restoring collagen and elastin, as well as improving the blood supply of the skin.
All right, so coming up here, we're going to talk about Bioidentical Hormone therapy. You're also going to see a demonstration of Coolsculpting and the vampire facial all today. So it's the educational version of our show here from the Physician Center for Beauty. Shelbyville Road Plaza is the location. Give them a call today. You better reserve your spot for some of these events and save yourself some dollars. We'll be right back on Wave 3 Listens Live.
And we're following breaking news. When a story breaks, you'll see it right here. Breaking news right now.
Alerting you to what's breaking around Wave Country right now.
Wave 3 News, with accurate breaking news first.
We're breaking news on the street.
What was the problem here? On the scene.
From every angle. Let's show you where it started and began.
With urgency and accuracy.
When a story breaks, you need to know right now.
Wherever you are.
Breaking news first on Wave 3 News.
A message from attorney Michael Sullivan about disability benefits.
When you apply for disability, you open yourself up to reveal your medical problems to the government. Go to a disability hearing, and they look into almost everything. It can feel like they're poking holes in you and even peering into your very soul. See, you're trying to tell someone what it's like to live inside your body. So let a lawyer close the loopholes in your story, and then they can see the whole you. Call now.
Call 1-888-587-0228. Call now.
We are back here at Physician Center for Beauty. Thank you so much for joining us today. And let's talk about, we as I mentioned before, we talk about beauty on the outside, beauty on the inside, feeling good, sleeping well. You want your energy back. Let's talk about Bioidentical Hormone therapy with Marilyn Cannon. Okay, Marilyn, Doc mentioned this. You've been doing this for quite some time.
Yes.
And you're getting rave reviews. Tell me about some of the reaction you hear from clients.
Well, as you know, as our hormones decline, we start becoming symptomatic, and things that we associate with aging is really linked to low hormone production, such as fatigue, crashing at the end of the day, not sleeping well, low libido, sexual dysfunction, really loss of mental clarity, mental fog, depression, anxiety, just not feeling good, not feeling like yourself, and losing that zest and drive for life. So once you start to feel those things, that's a sign of low hormone production. And so when we restore your hormones, we optimize your hormones to levels where you are in your 20s and 30s, then you feel great again. And I can say personally for myself, as well as our clients who have experienced Bioidentical Hormones and have actually have been doing this for several months or up to a year, are telling us that it has been life-changing. They feel great. And it's been life-changing for me. So it really gets you, for me personally, I'm sleeping well. I have an energy level that's sustained from early morning till late at night. When I decide to go to bed, I go to bed. I'm not crashing anymore. Loss of mental fog. I feel sharper. I feel like I'm young again. I have the zest and drive to do things that I'm starting to lose. I'm starting to lose interest in life, basically. So that's basically restored. My libido's also restored. It's just, you just feel great again. And that's what we hear consistently from both men and women across the board.
That's what I want to hear. Now, tell me about the advantages of Bioidentical hormone therapy as opposed to the other methods of administering hormones.
Okay, there are many. Number one, we're associated with Bioidentical Medical, who is the leader in natural hormone replacement therapy. We're part of a network of over 1,500 medical practices across the country who offer this therapy, and there are tens of thousands of patients that are being pelleted with this pellet. Our pellet, it's the hormones that we use are bioidentical. That means that they exactly match our human hormones at the molecular level. So when it's administered, the body doesn't recognize it as being anything foreign. So there's no inflammatory response associated with it. So there's no adverse long-term side effects associated with Bioidentical pellets. The pellet is also advantageous because it's painlessly inserted underneath the surface of the skin. The hormones are released 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for several months. So you don't have to think about it. And it's being released in a way that's natural. You know, our hormones are naturally released through the testicles as well as the ovaries via the bloodstream. So the pellet is inserted underneath the skin, capillaries form around it, and then the hormones are released directly into the bloodstream, like I said, 24 hours a day as needed, 7 days a week for several months. So that's just like the body, you know, naturally did it when we were younger.
So you don't get that, I would think, that roller coaster effect because for folks who use maybe injectables or patches or creams or whatever, they may get the positive results for a couple of days and then they go through this down effect.
Exactly. Yes, you don't have that with the pellet therapy. And also the pellet therapy is really the only true bioidentical hormone. It's plant-based, it's non-synthetic, it exactly, again, exactly matches our human hormones. So that's what's really important. And it's dispensed in a way that the body naturally dispenses it when we are producing hormones. But what we do is we do an extensive blood panel, and we look at your full thyroid, we look at testosterone levels, your estrogen levels, we look at, we do a complete chemical panel, metabolic panel, liver functioning, kidney functioning, on and on. Lipid panel. We look at everything just to see where you are right now because your hormones affect all aspects of your health. So when we restore your hormones, you're going to see improvements in your lipid panel. You know, if you're dealing with cholesterol, high high LDL, low HDLs, you're going to see an improvement in that panel with bioidentical hormone therapy. But you're going to see that overall you're not only going to feel better, but you're going to be healthier. With pellet therapy, this is the therapy that will protect you against disease. So you reduce your risk of diseases such as Alzheimer's, dementia, cardiovascular disease, cancer, even breast cancer, and also osteoporosis. With the pellet therapy, clinically it's shown that we can restore your bone growth at the rate of 8.3% per year and actually reverse osteoporosis or osteopenia.
Interesting. Okay, so for someone who's watching and they have some of these symptoms, maybe they're not sleeping well, like you said, the energy levels are off, perhaps it's their libido, whatever the case may be, first step, a consultation?
Yes. If they mention Wave 3 Listens Live, we will actually waive the $99 consultation fee. It's an opportunity to come in and meet with me, and then we can discuss your symptoms, we can discuss the hormones in detail, and I'll help you decide whether this is the right therapy for you. And if you decide it is, then the next step is I send you for blood work. When the blood panel comes back, then my nurse practitioner, who's fabulous, will meet with you and go over in complete detail what your blood panel is telling us and look at any deficiencies as far as D levels or B levels or thyroid deficiencies. We look at the whole body and we treat. It's a wellness program. So our goal is to help you not only feel better but look better and to age better.
There we go. I think that's the motto here. You know, you're going to look fantastic, you're going to feel fantastic at the Physician Center for Beauty. So once again, give them a call if you're interested for a consultation, Bioidentical hormone therapy. Mention the show and they'll waive the consultation fee. All right, coming up here, you've heard a lot about it due to the Kardashians, but we're going to show you what exactly is a vampire facial. You'll see that next on Wave 3 Listens Live.
Thousands of people just like you have called Hughes & Coleman to get their Social Security disability benefits. Call 800-800-4600.
My philosophy on plastic surgery is always to keep things subtle and natural looking. Body contouring surgery can enhance a woman's self-confidence so that she looks as good as she feels. I'm Dr. Sean McGuire of Physicians Center for Beauty.
If your loved one has been injured or is being abused or neglected in a nursing home, there is something you can do. Call the Nursing Home Injury Hotline at Hughes & Coleman.
I'm Matt Morgan. If you've been hurt on the job, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan. Pound Law, that's all.
Welcome back to the Physician Center for Beauty. Okay, the name is catchy. It's a vampire facial, but it's effective as well, and that's the best combination. Marilyn Cannon, first of all, how did a vampire facial become so popular?
Well, the Kardashians and Hollywood really made it popular several years ago, and so I think a lot of our viewers have probably seen the pictures of Kim Kardashian with a bloody face.
and that's what it is.
It's a vampire facial, yeah. So, but anyway, it's actually fast becoming one of the most popular treatments that we're offering here at Physician Center for Beauty.
Yeah, you guys are very picky about what procedures you do offer, and they have to be tried and true, and you're results oriented. That's the goal. You have to produce results. So tell me, what exactly are the results that the vampire facial produces?
Well, actually, pretty fantastic results. You know, we can reverse photo-damaged skin. We can reduce the pigment, if not eliminate hyperpigmentation on the face. We can also minimize lines and wrinkles, improve the texture, the pore size. We're actually even seeing some slight skin tightening with it as well, improves skin laxity. So it's a great treatment that we can do here in office, and I believe it's probably the best single treatment we can offer in office to give the skin just to transform it.
Okay, we have a video here. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is not for the faint of heart, but it is effective, and there is a reason. There's a method to the madness.
Yes.
What are we seeing right now?
So what you're seeing, our nurse practitioner, Caitlin, is actually using a medical device called the collagen pen. The collagen pen actually represents the latest in such medical devices. It uses there's a disposable cartridge that's sanitary to each patient. It's actually personalized to each patient. Each person has their own cartridge, but the cartridge actually houses 36 fine surgical needles, and so she's creating a pattern on the skin, circular and also crosshatch, depending on what area of the face she's treating, and she can vary the intensity and the depth of the needling based on whether we're treating acne scars, lines and wrinkles, textural issues, whatever we're treating will determine the intensity as well as the depth of the treatment. But as you can see, we are stimulating bleeding. So the goal is to stimulate the bleeding so that we can get your plasma, which, what has happened prior to doing this is that we numbed the patient's face first with a topical numbing agent, and then our nurse practitioner drew the blood and and basically sent the blood through a centrifuge system that separates the red and the white blood cells from the plasma. The plasma houses stem cells, growth factors, as well as 30 bioactive proteins that actually stimulate collagen and elastin, and also to strengthen the blood supply. So it restores the skin. And yes, this is a little frightening looking, but it really is not painful. The patient's not feeling any discomfort.
She's having a conversation, so she must be okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's painful, but it's not. Of course, the numbing agent kicks in, and then you're just aware of the treatment, but you're not feeling pain.
So overall texture obviously can produce collagen. You mentioned scars, dull, tired skin. This is the answer. Would this be a procedure someone may be interested in if they're going to Derby or Oaks and want to look the very best?
Right now, I mean, we can do this. Your recovery time is about a week. You wouldn't want to plan any special events in the first 5 or 6 days, but we want to do this probably at the latest, a week and a half to 2 weeks before Derby. But yes, we've got time to get you ready for Derby or any special event.
So what kind of downtime are we talking about here?
So basically, you're going to have a few days. The patient leaves with the plasma still on the face. It dries. It looks like a raspberry mask, a facial mask, when you leave. And so you have to keep that on overnight, and then you can wash your face the next morning. And then pretty much most patients look like they have a sunburn. If they have hyperpigmentation, that will probably bring it up and it'll look a little darker and then peel off. The skin typically will peel in a few days, but typically your skin's restored and you look great within a week, and at 2 weeks you really look good.
So let's talk about the special. For those who are interested in the vampire facial, I know we have your attention. I'm certain of that. If you like smoother skin, you don't want tired looking skin. You want to look refreshed. This may be the answer for you. So says the Kardashians and Marilyn Cannon. So Marilyn, tell them about the special.
The special, $100 off a single treatment, and there's no limit on the special. And if you're dealing with acne scarring or severe photo damage, damage, we might recommend 3 treatments spread a month apart, but you certainly will benefit with a single treatment. But you could purchase as many as you wish, and you can use them in whatever manner or however long you want, take to use them, you can. But this is a great opportunity, and it definitely, this transforms the skin from within, and you actually continue to get benefit from this for several months after treatment because you're continuing to stimulate collagen.
I think it's interesting. I think it's worthy of mention again that this isn't some kind of publicity procedure because of the Kardashians. You researched this.
Yes.
You made sure that it produced results. I know you and Dr. McGuire are very particular about this, and yes, your patients are very happy with the results.
Well, absolutely. We've had great response with this, and I mean, we've all done. Every one of us have had this treatment before we even decided to offer it to our patients. But we believe in the treatment. Our patients believe in it because people who've come and tried one, they're coming back and getting another one and planning for the future. But this is definitely one of the best treatments that we offer in-house to transform the skin.
All right, save yourself $100 on a single treatment. Again, the Vampire Facial. Coming up here, do you need to tighten up that skin a little bit? Perhaps you're having that double chin look. It looks like you're looking over a stock of pancakes. We can take care of you with Coolsculpting, and we'll tell you all about it next on Wave 3 Listens Live from the Physician Center for Beauty.
It's the Make Life Happen sales event going on right now at Toyota of Louisville. Toyota Highlander, 36-month lease, payment of only $299 a month. Remember, we want your trade-in. Come see us on Dixie Highway or log on to toyotaoflouisville.com.
Many men and women are feeling tired, moody, having difficulty sleeping, gaining weight, and have no desire for intimacy or exercise.
You'll be happy to learn there's an exciting natural solution available, Biote. These symptoms can be caused by reduced levels of hormones that occur as we age.
Biote offers a natural solution for men and women to safely and accurately balance hormone levels using tiny cardio-activated pellets.
To learn more, call Physician Center for Beauty, 897-7546.
It's the Make Life Happen sales event going on right now at Toyota of Louisville. Toyota Highlander, 36-month lease, payment of only $299 a month. Remember, we want your trade-in. Come see us on Dixie Highway or log on to toyotaoflouisville.com.
And welcome back. Once again, we are live from the Physician Center for Beauty on a beautiful day, and that is the focus. It's all about a more beautiful you. Get ready for Derby. Get ready for Oaks. Just get ready for springtime with a new, refreshing looking you. There we go. I think I got it out there. All right, Coolsculpting is what we're talking about now. That is the topic. Coolsculpting, tightening skin, not a surgery procedure, very non-invasive, correct?
Yeah, what this Coolsculpting, of course, we've been offering Coolsculpting for the body for several years now successfully, and it's a permanent non-surgical solution to actually eliminate fat from the body in areas that are resistant to diet and exercise. So we've just recently, what we're demonstrating today is really working on the double chin. So this is new to Coolsculpting. It's new to us, so we've been offering it for a few months now, but I will tell you this works really well. This is a non-surgical treatment to reduce the fat that creates that double chin that most people they want to get rid of or they're trying to hide. But this is really a solution that's non-surgical. There's no downtime associated. There's no needles. There's no pain involved. And results, typically, we're seeing results appearing relatively quickly. Like you can see results within a few weeks to a month, but full results will be about 90 days.
Interesting. So now, depending on the severity of the double chin, if someone has a slight double chin, one treatment, what usually is the recommendation?
It could be one treatment. Really, we'll have to consult with them and really look at their particular condition and then determine if it takes more than one treatment. But it's affordable. It's again a permanent non-surgical solution with no downtime. In fact, you've got time before Derby if you want to address it to get some improvement before Derby.
So what is Dr. McGuire looking at when he looks at the screen? What is he looking at there, Mary?
So he's really looking at temperature. He's looking at because the goal is we've got to get we're freezing the fat. You don't affect any any other tissues of the body. It's only addressing the fat cells, and so we freeze the fat cells to a temperature where it causes death of the cells, and then the body eliminates it through natural processes over the course of 1 to 3 months. So she's not feeling any discomfort. I mean, she's able to lie there and talk, as you can see, but it's actually just, once it's, within about 2 to 3 minutes, it's frozen, but it's numb, so you're not feeling that. And this treatment lasts about 35 minutes, so it's quick.
I would think a typical patient might be someone who perhaps it personally bothers them. They think they have a little bit of a double chin, and maybe they do, but personally it's something that really gets under their skin, so to speak.
Exactly.
So with that being said, they want to do something about it. It's nice that you don't have to go through surgery to get results with Coolsculpting, right?
Yeah, this is, we've often addressed double chins with a couple of options. Kybella, which is an injectable, which takes several treatments. We also offer liposuction of the neck, which does a beautiful job. But now we have this option for those who don't want the downtime, who don't want to have the expense associated with any kind of minor surgery. So this is a great option for someone who just wants to improve the condition of the. I mean, it works great, and we've already seen it. At least on our patients, and some of our employees have done this, and it works great.
It is amazing. Coolsculpting once again. So if someone is interested, not only for the chin, what other areas of the body will it treat?
Yeah, great question. We can treat just about any area of the body. We can treat back fat. We can treat love handles. We can treat abdominal fat. We can treat inner thighs. We can treat, depending on outer thighs, in some cases outer thigh area. But pretty much on back of the arm. So we can treat about just any area on the body that has excess adipose tissue that we can treat to freeze and permanently eliminate that fat. So like liposuction, but without the surgery or downtime.
So again, if it's something that personally bothers you, if it happens to be your triceps, for guys, maybe you've got a little bit of loose around the. This is not miraculous as far as if you need liposuction, that's totally different. But if you have a troublesome spot,
yeah,
right?
this is like, I mean, obviously there's some people who liposuction would benefit more from that over Coolsculpting, but it really depends on the amount of fat.
Okay.
I mean, we can treat. I mean, this is not a weight loss program. I'm not going to. If you're coming in, you've got 50 pounds to lose. This is not going to be your solution. But if you basically, you take good care of yourself, and you've got some excess fat, in the middle. You've got some excess fat on the love handles. In the back. It's just not going away. You're doing. You eat well and you take care of yourself, but it's still there. This is a great solution. The double chin area. Actually, we can treat anybody, and it would be a great treatment for anybody.
Okay.
So even if you have some weight issues.
And right now you can take advantage of a special, and we want you to call because this will fill up quickly and it won't be here forever.
Yeah, Coolsculpting, this is for the submental chin treatment, like we've been talking and demonstrating about. When you purchase a treatment, you receive a free Revision Skincare Nectifirm. This is we're going to get rid of the fat, and the Nectifirm is going to tighten up the skin.
All right. Yeah. Again, Coolsculpting is the name of the game, and as I said, if you want to tighten up the skin a little bit, perhaps it's the chin, maybe it's back fat, as you mentioned, your triceps, whatever the case may be. This may be your answer. No downtime, and it does work. I've seen some of your patients walk out of here, and the before and afters are amazing.
It works great.
All right. Okay, I'm going to ask you to stay out here with me.
I'll stay with you.
Yeah, because I've got something interesting. I want you to do the play-by-play. You're going to be my fashionista.
Okay.
Okay. Dr. Sean McGuire loves the Kentucky Derby, and if you've seen him at the track, you can instantly spot him. He's the most fashionable guy at the track, literally. We wanted to show you a picture. Take a look here at Dr. Sean McGuire. Okay, now that is a Derby outfit.
That's a Derby outfit, and every Derby he tops the outfit from the year before. And of course, this is fabulous.
Yep.
And he's with his beautiful wife, and but yeah, he's a fashionista.
He looks great. See you tomorrow on Wave 3 Listens. He looks great.
He does.